Hello, everybody. Welcome to my YouTube page. I'm Tracie Mahan, and this is going to be a channel segment with Arcturian Daniel and friends. But before I get started, now, this is really late notice because it's the first video I've got to make since I put the workshop up. But tomorrow, if you are listening to this on the day I post it, June 17th at, what even time? 4 p.m. Pacific time, I am doing a 90-minute workshop or journey with Daniel on, it's called Peeling the Layers. That link's down below. 4 o'clock, 90 minutes, and it's going to address blocks in money, blocks in relationships, blocks in work, just blocks. And so this one, they're actually having me take some notes on and things we're going to be looking at in this journey. So if you're interested in removing some blocks and getting unstuck and letting go of some things that keep showing up that you don't want anymore, this, I believe this is going to be the journey to sign up for. We're going to be looking at all kinds of things with what is creating these blocks and what is creating what you're attracting into your life that isn't what you desire, right? So why does this keep showing up? Is this a pattern? Is this a cycle? Is this something that you thought you already dealt with? And here it is again. So this would be the one to sign up for if you're just looking for sending some beautiful energy into the ethers to clear these little things that keep showing up that seem to get in the way of that perfect life that you desire. So that's going to be down below, Peeling the Layers, if you want to get signed up for that. Now, remember, if you cannot make it to the live, if that time frame just does not work for you, but you sign up for the live, you get the video and the audio recording of it. So the audio is just going to be the journey, and the video is going to be the meet and greet beforehand and the sharing afterwards. And a lot of times it's nice to hear the sharing and what other people's experiences were for the journey. So if that's of interest to you, sign up for the live. You'll get the whole thing afterwards, and that can be helpful too if you like to listen to how other people were experiencing the journey. Okay, let's go get Daniel and let's find out what he has to say. I have a cup of coffee in my hand, so hold on, I'm going to move that. Okay. All right, let's go get Daniel and let's find out what he has to say for this energy coming up. And I hope to see all of you in the workshop tomorrow. Okay, and don't forget to click like on these videos. I keep forgetting to remind you guys, if you could click like on the videos, it really helps me share them around, and it helps me keep this page going. So I appreciate it when you guys are supporting me in that way. And just a little like, click the button. Okay, thank you. All right, let's go get Daniel. What we are showing Tracie is much like a ball of thread that you would see a cat playing with, right? All this thread wound up, all this twine wound up in a ball. And as you are living these lives, imagine that you have this massive ball of twine all wound up. And as you are living this life, you are unwinding that ball of twine. Things that are overlapping that you didn't even know were overlapping, things that were getting crisscrossed that you didn't even know were getting crisscrossed, all of those types of things. And as you unwind them, one thing leads to the next thing, leads to the next thing, right? And so as you are moving through your world, you are unwinding this twine, and then you are meeting others who are unwinding their twine, and synchronicity will bring you into play with them. Serendipity will bring you into play with them. You'll find people that are going through the same thing you're going through, as they're at the same point of their ball of yarn as you are. And the world is a magical place that is playing out for you in these ways. So pay attention to those moments. Pay attention to when you crisscross paths with other people. Pay attention to when all the magical things are happening for you in this way. It has been a journey for sure as you go through life and you are navigating through work and through finances and through relationships and through self-awareness and through purpose in life and all the things. And so, of course, it is a good time for you to just sit back and reflect on some of these things and find yourself pondering, what is next? Where do I go now? What is my next right move? What is it that I don't know that I don't know? What are the things that I like to put my energy into at this time? And this is where the stars align for you. This is where you live in a world that is prepared to help you navigate through these things. It shows you every day in the reflections, every day in the things that show up for you and the way that you are responding to it. Every day you are being shown. Life is a beautiful dance, if you will. And as you are in this beautiful place with this life dance, we want to remind you to enjoy yourselves, to have fun, be in the bliss of it, be in the awe of it, be in all of it. This last week, Tracie went on a camp trip. She went, that's why you haven't heard from her for a week or so. She went on a camp trip and she was just out in nature with her kids and her pets. And she was just having a nice time. The weather was beautiful. This little bird had come and it flew and it sat right next to her and she talked to it a little bit. She snapped a picture of it. It was only a couple of feet away from her and it just sat there and it looked at her and it had this nice exchange with her. And she was asking it, what is your message for me? Do you bring me something other than just the joy that you're sitting here and you're having this moment with me? And it is the one time her dogs didn't bark at the birds, right, and scare them off. And so she was just enjoying it and enjoying the people that were walking by and saying hello and all the things that were going on around her, the beautiful weather, the clouds in the sky, the trees, and even the patterns and the gravel that was on her campsite, and just being able to navigate herself there and back perfectly. And she says, even parking that big camp trailer by her with her son and herself. And so all the things, all the blessings, start looking at them, pay attention to them, be in the moments of them. Allow for the little moments to take your attention. There's beautiful things that are going on. Even in those moments that you want to be grumpy and kick the dirt, right? You're going to have a moment there, if you could pause, where you could say, okay, something really great is about to happen. I get to choose how I respond to this. I get to choose how I'm going to react to this. I get to have this. And more you'll be shown these opportunities where you can choose to respond differently than you have before. We encourage you to play in that energy. We encourage you to have fun with that. As always, we encourage you to just be in your joy. What would it take today to be in your joy? And that is what we want to ask you. What would it take today to be in your joy? And as you find that answer, as you navigate through that, we want you to just be aware of the choices that you are making and be aware of how that changes your experience. And as you do that, you will find yourself having a much different life. And so what we want to do now is we want to look at the audience, give you your messages. And as we are looking at the audience, as we are looking at these messages for you, as we are being in this energy with you, expansion, 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 expansion. We are taking note of something that is reoccurring. Horses. We have horses reoccurring for us. Seeing it on not only social media, seeing it in the surrounding areas. There is somebody that is there's somebody that is listening that is missing a companion of theirs. And this would be the horse, right? This is a horse companion. And The horse is letting you know it is doing good. It is having fun. It is in a beautiful place now. Not to worry. Humankind, you are trained and you are taught to be attached to these lifetimes that you are in because you need to extract the experience from them. And if you were not in this experience, then it would be pointless to be here if you were always in the awareness of what else is out there. Where do I go from here? What happens when I leave this body? And so the unknown is trivial, and it keeps you active in your mind about what happens after I leave this place. Where do I go? But also it keeps you engaged in this lifetime and wanting to be here and holding on to the value of this life. And as you are doing that, you need to understand that when you have a beautiful fur baby or animal of yours, animal baby that is no longer with you, animals experience that crossover differently. And it is much easier for them to transition. In a lot of cases, it is much easier for them to transition over because they are not in the same reality you are, where you think about death. They are just in the moments. And so as they leave the body, they're like, okay, that is done. Now I go on to the next thing. And so we want you to also understand that your loved ones, your little animal loved ones that are crossed over, and this goes out to everyone, they're around you when they can be. They come around, they do little things, and they'll show themselves, and you'll catch them with the corner of your eye, or you'll get a sense of them being there, or you may fall into an old pattern where you actually reach for them or do something of that nature because you feel their energy. They are very highly telepathic beings, and that is how they communicate with humankind. That's how they get their messages across. You know, how would you communicate with somebody if you're trying to get outside to go potty or something of that nature, and you got to get the attention of someone that doesn't speak your language? And so they are advanced in some ways, aren't they? They have intelligence, and as they keep evolving, as you keep evolving, as everyone keeps evolving, all of these animals are evolving with you. The planet is evolving with you. Everything is evolving. So you're going to start seeing more and more of the communication with the animals increasing. You're going to see a lot of that happening. A lot of you are already experiencing it. You're understanding them better because your telepathy is opening up. You're noticing that the relationship and the symbiotic communication between the both of you or all of you, it increases. You understand them, you feel them, you see in their minds, you are hearing them through your auditory gifts and of clairaudience. You are doing all the things, right? And so there's beautiful things going on all over. Again, we cannot say it enough. You start looking for it, you'll find it. If you can shift your energy into where are the beautiful things in this world for me, you will find it. Your crossed over loved ones, both in human form and in pet form, they're all doing beautifully. And they're cheering you on. But there is a non-interference. They cannot come in and change things for you. You change things. That's what they're cheering you on for. They cannot come in and do it for you. They cannot stop something or start something for you. They are here to cheer you on. They are here to give you guidance through your thoughts. So listen, spend time listening, spend time in these beautiful environments. Take a peaceful moment and just listen and ask in your mind when you're in meditation. Tell me something I need to know today. Tell me something that would benefit me. Tell me something I didn't know to ask. Find those answers. Okay, one more scan of the audience here. Somebody's going golfing. Have a good time. Have a good time. Go out and enjoy the weather and enjoy your companionships with the golfing. Enjoy your connections with others. It looks like fun. Okay, what else have we got? They're showing us a color in the sky, much like the aurora borealis. And they're showing us that there is waves of high frequencies coming in. And this can affect people in many different ways. So if you are feeling like you are going through some mood swings, if you feel like you are really sleepy, if you feel like you are very opposite of that, like you're barely getting any sleep at night, but you're supercharged all day, go look up symptoms of the shift if you are not familiar with all the different effects that the energy waves can have on you. If you look that up, you'll be able to find some things maybe that look familiar to you and help you have a little ease. If you got a heart palpitation, or you feel like you're walking through waves of energy and you get all wonky when you do that, or maybe your appetite is changing, or maybe your vision is changing, or maybe you're getting headaches, whatever it might be. If you've got symptoms going on in your body, go look up the symptoms of the shift. You might be able to find some things in those articles, many of them out there, many people write about it. You might be able to find something useful to help you navigate through that. But we always say ground yourself, and then just open to the energy that is in the highest and best good for you at this time, and work with your gatekeepers, work with your guardians, your angels, whatever it is, to allow for that opening to come in the highest and best good for you. Always calling in the highest and best good for you and where you are at this time in your journey. And as that comes in, yes, there are downloads. They're saying, yes, there are downloads waiting for people. There are activations waiting for people. Many of you are being activated in your light language and your channeling. And we are excited about that. More and more people are starting to understand it. More and more people are starting to step into it. And just be careful. Don't get, what do we want to say? Be careful to stay in the high frequencies of the channel. Remember, channeling meets you where you're at. So if you are in a bad mood, if you are having a disgruntled day, clear that energy before you work on calling in your answers, because you don't want to call the answers in from the frequency of the disgruntled energy. All right. As we do this, we do need to wrap this session up with you today. We thank you all so much for being here. We thank you all for this collective consciousness and all the work that you are doing in it, and these beautiful vibrations that are showing up here for these collective thoughts and these collective meetups. And so we thank you so much for everything that you bring to this world, to this planet, and for the journey you are on. We thank you. We appreciate you. And thank you for allowing us to be a part of your day. And we thank you for being a part of ours. We'll bring you back, Tracie, now. Okay. So true. Channeling. I thought that was interesting, to not bring in channeling when you're in a grumpy mood, not to, make sure you clear your energy first so that you're not in this frequency you don't want to be in, because it will meet you where you're at. So love you all. Thank you all so much for being a part of this journey with me and for being a part of this channel with me. Again, don't forget to click like, and I love to see your comments, all the goodies. Whoever gets to go horseback riding, that'll be fun. Whoever's got the loved one, horse companion on the other side. Again, beautiful energy with that, and beautiful energy with all the animals. So let's all play together. Let's all go out and look at the world. And what does it want to tell us today? I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget, tomorrow, 4 p.m. is the Peeling the Layers. If you feel blocked in money, relationships, love, work, whatever it is, we're going to be peeling the layers. Okay. So we're talking romantic relationships, but also relationships with family and friends and different things like that too. So wherever it is that you're feeling blocked, there's probably something in that for you. If you are interested in that, but you can't make it, sign up. You'll get the video and the audio recording of that. And anyone that signs up for the live gets that. Okay. So we'll see you tomorrow, 4 p.m. Pacific time. Links down below for Peeling the Layers. All right, you guys. Until next time. Bye-bye.